Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
Yep. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove the theories that you, the listener, have at home. It's your turn, bitch. You get to tell us stuff, and then we listen to it, and we respond to it. That's the vibes. It's going to be a good time.
Okay.
I got a good feeling about this. I think we're cruising right along. You're like 2 episodes deep now, I would say. 3.
I'm
maybe?
in. I feel comfortable. I got a chair.
All right.
I got a LaCroix.
Is this a new chair, or were you just standing the whole time previously?
I like to stand in the booth usually so they feel my lyrics, but I'm comfortable with you. I'm comfortable with the audience. I've decided to take it back a little bit.
Okay, very classy, and we appreciate it. We loved you 10 tones down, but we also love you with your heels on the ground, you know?
I appreciate it. That's why I like being here.
So, as you know, with the mini episodes, we love to read messages from our listeners, from the people who submit things to our very popular email. I cannot express enough how popular this email is.
It's scary.
I get literally tens of emails a month from listeners who are very excited to share their strange and sometimes disgusting conspiracies with us.
Do you ever get death threats in there?
Never gotten any death threats. I have gotten some people who have expressed like a real rage at something I've done, and particularly where they get very angry at me being irresponsible with the research. That like somehow I'm perpetuating a bad thing in the world, and then I have to remind them that I truly don't give a fuck. I am not in the slightest bit gonna hold myself accountable for dumb things that I say. That's part of the reason I got in this business in the first place.
100%.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you, Olivia. There are some people who have tried to have sex with me via the email.
Oh, that happens to me on Instagram sometimes, but
Hell
I
yeah.
think it's like bots. It's like it's always like an Indian guy, like, very good eye. You know what I mean? Oh, you sexy boy. And I'm like, I think this is
Come on, dog. Thank you, but
yeah, I like it.
yeah. I'm not mad at you, but please be a real person if you're gonna do all this.
A dude to be obsessed with me. Yeah, let's get into it though.
Yeah. So today's email comes to us from a person named Christina. Christina sent us an email simply titled "When the Whites Win," or "When the White Wins." Excuse me. It's a bit of a long email. So we can take it in parts. If at any point you want to interject, please do. But she says, this is a conspiracy theory I'm trying to perpetuate, but I feel like I'm right. This is my attempt to platform this conspiracy to the masses. Context. We, my partner and I, just watched the Kevin Samuels episode of Atlanta. We are both lighter-skinned black people, not as yellow as you, though. I take offense to that, Christina. You don't know me. I'll kill both of y'all.
That's that rage, that beige rage.
I'll end both of your yellow lives, and then you'll be gray. You know, after I kill you, your skin will lose all color, and then what, Christina?
Man, I can't believe they wrote that in the email. That was
not
not necessary.
That is another thing that also happens is that my listeners, for whatever reason, decided that being mean to me was appropriate, and objectively, everybody just follows through with that. They're all very unkind to me.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Well, nor do I, David. Nor do I.
I'll save you, Mr. Lightskin.
Thanks, big dog. She goes on to say a backwood may or may not have been involved in the crafting of this email. And then the theory, she says, when you deny your blackness as a black person, if you have kids with a white person, the white genes win, not only when it comes to looks, but also behavior. Would you like, she has more to say, but I want to give you a little time to process because you're in deep contemplation here.
I mean, this is Hotepery at its finest, and I appreciate it,
Yeah,
first of all. So if you deny your blackness,
that's right.
I don't know if I feel like that's fair to the diaspora,
Uh-huh.
right? Because what is she? It sounds like very specific stuff. Is it like you don't listen to rap music? Or, like, what do you mean by deny your black? Like,
I have
you
to
can't-
assume that
I'm coming from a tone that has never been able to deny any type of blackness at all.
We've seen some pretty dark-skinned dudes do some pretty coontastic shit. So
You talking about Terry Crews?
Yeah, Terry's up there.
Yeah, he's one of our rare misses.
Yeah, no, it's real bad for you guys. Terry's always going to keep you in a pocket that you don't want to be in. But the point being that it sounds like if you are in any way sort of like aligning yourself on an emotional state with whiteness,
Okay.
not just sort of like, oh, you hang out with white people or you do some white shit, but more of like you prefer white over black, let's say.
Okay, or you're like, why are they rioting in their own neighborhoods? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Why won't they just pick up their pants and go to school like the rest of us? You start
Cosby
doing shit like
do
that.
It. Yeah.
Now all of a sudden your kids are not only going to come out physically white, it sounds like, but also emotionally white.
Emotionally white. But isn't white just nature? It's a nature-nurture thing, right? Isn't white nurture?
Well, she goes on to give some examples, so let's explore those, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on these examples. She says Michael Jackson bleached his skin and he had white kids. Yes, he did, in parentheses. That's tough for me because no,
I
he
don't even
didn't.
know if those are his kids, man.
There was no way those were his children.
I've never known of a black or a white child named Blanket. I think it's like some kind of tie situation. I don't know. Do we know that those are his kids?
No, absolutely not. We don't know that those are his kids. And I think, frankly, I've never wanted to claim Blanket Jackson or Prince Michael in any version of a fucking black allegiance kind of thing.
Here's the thing, though. Blanket Jackson, it does come around to sound like the name of a dude who's like from Gary.
Mm-hmm.
So even in denying his blackness, he made it barely black.
He made a black ass baby. He said, yeah, he made a baby that sounds like he'd be a motherfucker that don't fuck with me. I'm Blanket motherfucking Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I put niggas to bed. I'm Blanket, bitch.
He's got like a chrome plated gun. like a you know when guys have like a pretty gun, he's got like a pretty gun.
It's gorgeous.
Like an eagle on it.
Olivia sent us a message where she said, we've learned Michael Jackson never adopted his 3 children, even though he's not the biological father. He broke the story that neither Jackson nor Debbie Rowe are the biological parents of Michael Jr. and Paris, and Michael was not the biological parent of Prince Michael II either.
Exactly. Okay. See, there we go.
So already here, Christina, you're dropping L's. I'll be honest with you. You didn't nail this. She goes on to say Alfonso Ribeiro as another example. Mariah Carey's black parent, probably Zoe Saldana's youngest child. I know you saw that video. Meghan Markle's child marrying into the royal family is amongst the whitest things you can do.
We have to take these one at a time. I'm sorry.
Okay, my apologies.
Who was the first one?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
His child is white?
Alfonso Ribeiro married a white woman, and I would presume that his children came out pretty white looking.
Oh, he's underwater, though. He's having a bad time. I'm not even going to go for Alfonso.
What happened to Alfonso? He's always seemed pretty at peace.
Hold on. I'm going to send you a clip. Keep talking. I'm going to send you a clip, and it's going to change your whole world.
Uh-oh. This is unnerving. I've
upsetting.
always believed in Alfonso. And yes, if you do look up Alfonso Ribeiro's kids, those are white babies. It's actually impressive given the fact that Alfonso's not a light-skinned dude, but
no, he's a strong black man.
He seems largely uninvolved in the making of these children.
Coffee colored, if anything.
Yeah, no, he's a thick mahogany, but
yeah.
Okay. Now I'm seeing it a message, or not a message, excuse me, a TMZ post. I love to love white chicks with Alfonso Ribeiro. Apparently, let's click on this because TMZ doesn't chit chat too much. They just play the
No.
shit. And
Oh, those kids are white as hell.
yeah,
Oh,
they're
no.
very white children.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, Alfonso, he fucked up. Here we go.
Hey, listen, don't f with me, because there's some hot white out here tonight.
Oh, Alfonso.
Hey, Alfonso. Now, I gotta say, listen, I have been known to f some white girls in my lifetime.
Alfonso.
Okay, now I have spent my life on some TMZ, and every time you see me in a club, guess who I walk out with? Who? A lovely blonde white chick.
Oh, Alfonso.
Every motherfucking time. I think you full of shit, motherfucker. And I can take you better when I think I'm home or the home. Come on now. I take a break, I break a laugh. Come on. Every time I wanna sing, every time I wanna think I'm in a house, I make a break a laugh. Come on. I want a little white chick. I don't know what I'm saying, but I get everybody wanna say what? Come on, get a white chick, get
Whoa.
in the house, get come on, bring it down, set it down. That's nice.
Fuck. Oh, man. You know what made that sad? The white people weren't even that into it.
Nobody liked it.
Yeah. They were like, hey, bro, you being a coon.
Nobody liked it.
Oh, Alfonso.
And I just say that to say, I feel like we can't use him as an example of anything. That man is lost.
Yeah, no, I mean, but to her point, he picked white, and so much so that he wanted to freestyle about it. And he never has talked like that before.
It was also clearly a rock and roll concert.
Yeah, why are you beatboxing and doing fucking Cool Mo D raps in the middle?
I don't mean to be rude. I'll fuck a white chick.
Fuck a white chick. Alfonso, what are you doing?
I don't know. He's not okay.
He's not doing good.
But those kids are white as hell.
Those kids are very white. Mariah Carey's black parent probably was the speculation.
Mariah is not outspokenly black, but Mariah's done some black ass shit.
Yeah, Mariah, I've always viewed Mariah as a black lady. Now, I do agree that physically she has a past white and certainly has like a white-ish quality to her. But
Right.
Mariah's she's fucked with niggas for a long time, and I ain't mad at her.
Yeah, she had the locks on a song. That didn't need to happen. That's insane. She had ODB?
Yeah, come on.
That doesn't just happen on accident. You have to want ODB on your song.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go. Are her kids really white looking though?
No, remember she married Nick Cannon, so she married a man pre-turban, and then I guess made him put the turban on. I don't know exactly what happened in that household, but either way, I'm not convinced by Mariah Carey. Alfonso Ribeiro is the best example that we've seen so far.
I think so for sure.
The next would be Zoe Saldana's youngest child. Now she says, I know you saw that video. I have not seen that video. Is that a video that I also need to be watching?
Is it similar to the Alfonso Ribeiro?
Of Zoe Saldana, or rather Zoe Saldana's kids being like, I'll fuck a white girl.
I fuck a white girl. I fuck a white bitch. Get fucked. Does Zoe Saldana, so I'm really bad at celebrity stuff for the most part.
Yeah.
Especially like that aspect. Does Zoe Saldana deny she doesn't say she's black?
It's not that she doesn't say she's black, but she does sort of like, she married a white dude. She kind of plays in that thing of like race neutrality if that makes sense. Like she ain't really fucking with black people. If that I think is the best way to describe what her energy
Okay,
is.
like she probably doesn't have black people come to her house.
Nah, yeah, exactly. And if she does, she like makes a real thing out of it.
Okay, like, hey, I made chicken.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is my grandma's recipe. And it's like, no, it ain't, Zoe. You ain't got no grandma's recipe. You fucked a man from Switzerland.
He looks like a vampire.
Yeah, no, he's a wild looking man.
Okay, so that holds then. That holds because those kids are pretty white.
Then there's Meghan Markle's child, which I totally agree with this one. That's nail on the head for me.
That's Meghan Markle, the royal that we left.
Yes, the lady, who physically is white herself, or close to white herself, but then also now has extremely white children and has spent zero time sort of identifying with blackness other than as a defense for being picked on by literally the most racist family in the history of the world.
Yeah, I'm not, Sierra Leone was a British colony, so I'm not really into anything she's got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a white baby.
Yeah, there's no evidence of any blackness at all in that family. And I think she wanted it that way, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, I could see that. She's trying to breed it out.
Yep. And then she goes on to say, this also applies to obviously black biracial people who have ever said, I'm not black, I'm biracial. Ooh, spicy. This also applies to anyone who allows themselves to pass when shit gets racist. So that reminds me of like somebody like Halsey, who is biracial, but regularly sort of like plays I'm a white lady game whenever it's advantageous for her.
What is the other race in Halsey?
Black.
No, it's not. Really?
Yeah, I think so. It might be a mixed parent, but yeah, she got some black up in her.
The Elon Musk Halsey?
No, he dated he didn't date Halsey. He dated what's the weirder one? I don't remember her name. Fuck.
Oh,
Grimes.
The singer Halsey.
Grimes is who
he was with.
Yeah, but yeah, singer
Halsey's
Halsey.
Black.
Yeah, G Herbo dated Halsey. No,
what?
Not G Herbo. What's his name? G Easy dated Halsey.
Nigga,
G Herbo
that is two very
Halsey.
different things. Yeah. Man, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I've never known her to.
No, she don't like black people like that.
No, that's complicated. This is complicated.
And I would say similarly, Zoe Kravitz is another good example of a lady misbehaving as a black person and subsequently probably, I don't know that she has kids, but she'll make some white babies when she's ready.
Zoe Kravitz, does I never.
Oh, she don't love black people.
She's with Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Who can dance.
Dance his ass off. And I think he likes black people.
I think he likes black people a lot.
Yeah.
I think given the chance he would move over, I think he would swap with Zoe.
Yeah, I think he'd happily swap with Zoe if that were an option on the table.
Yeah, he used to strip. He's with the shits. Because Zoe Kravitz her parents also not identifying as black very much, right?
Yeah, they're sort of mixed kids being mixed kids.
But I mean, wasn't her mom on the Cosby Show?
Yeah, and to her credit, was the first person to be outspoken about Bill being a piece of shit.
Okay.
Not necessarily sexually, but just as a human being, she was one of the first to be like, yo, this dude's garbage. And everybody was like, fuck you. He's my daddy. And now everybody's pretending like they didn't behave that way.
Yeah, I behaved that way for a second. I was raised on TV, man. I had a minute where I couldn't believe it. It's not,
sure.
I'm not a monster.
Yeah, listen, you didn't flip on your mans right away. That's an admirable quality.
Exactly. I tried to, like I said, 10 toes down, but he did.
Yeah.
That. I mean, the more examples you give to this, it feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's gaining some legitimacy. She goes on to say John Legend's kids are only black because of all the music he made before he was with Chrissy Teigen. He built up enough goodwill, plus he made glory with Common, who is arguably the blackest man alive. Now
What?
That's where I take issue.
Yeah, hold on.
Common,
You had so much traction here.
you were killing it up till this
I was
point,
with
Christina.
you. Common?
Common's the blackest man you can think of?
NBA Finals computer commercial Common?
The man that's telling us to invest in AI with Microsoft? Common?
Common is the blackest.
Come on.
That's insane.
That's
It's like you've never heard of Michael Irvin
Yeah, fucking
or
look,
Big Daddy Kane.
Dr. Umar's cussing us out weekly about his blackness.
Tariq Nasheed.
Dog.
Common isn't. This is all fucked up now. I don't want to know your credentials. I want to pull your card.
Listen, Michael Blackston remains the truest black man on this planet Earth.
That's facts. He's from Africa and Philadelphia. That's
At the same time. He was born in both places at the same time.
That's as black as you could be.
How dare you, Christina, tell us that Common of rap fame, of Kufi rap fame, is the blackest man you can think of.
To be fair, he does have a baby with Erykah Badu. That is one of the blacker things you could do.
That is, does he have a baby with Erykah Badu? Did they have a kid together? Andre 3000 has a kid with her. Does Common too?
Did they not have kids?
I think they dated for a long time, and that was during his extreme knit sweater phase. But I don't know that they have a child together.
Here's something crazy though. Just to her defense, I Googled Common. His daughter, darker than him.
Whoa, he committed.
So that does. I'm not gonna say the blackest guy in the world, but that does feel like
you're giving him some credit for that.
Yeah, I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could take it back.
Well, I'll tell you this: my daughter's darker than me.
Really?
And it wasn't because I married a darker woman, but it was because I guess my mom's genes really poked through, on the other side.
It's the sweat equity. You put sweat equity.
Yeah,
you know
I did the work.
You made the bus down. You work on black tile. You know what I mean? You laid the groundwork. You're gonna have your grandkids gonna look like me. just African grandkids from now on. Just a bunch of dark grandbabies.
I love that. I welcome it, my friend.
Oh, me too.
Then she goes on to say, when they denied their blackness is also a factor as seen with Zoe Saldana, Alfonso Ribeiro, whose children keep getting whiter and whiter the further they get from blackness. Just procreating with a white person is not enough because there are plenty of biracial blacks that still look and act black. The child is the evidence of white transgressions. We know this shit is wild, so it doesn't make it to air. We understand, but hope it made you at least crack a smile, ? We love the show, us being Christina and her partner. And then the final part,
who
she
is
says
white.
A disclaimer right at the end. We don't really believe this shit. This is all jokes that we cannot be held criminally liable for in the wonderful, beautiful America that we live in, that is only getting better and better every day. The pandemic is over. We built back better. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. All lives matter. Back the blue. Drugs are bad. We don't know who be reading this shit, smiley face, but no, it's all fun for real.
First of all, great email.
Great email.
Really hit everything I like things to hit.
I will say that one of the things that sort of lingers in this, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, David, before we wrap, is I have long believed that, and this is something that she sort of is maybe circling around, but not quite pinpointing. I believe in something called the white mom syndrome. Have you heard of the white mom syndrome? Are you familiar with this syndrome?
I have a white stepdad, but he's not my dad.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that per se.
Why? So what is the white mom? Do you feel like if you have a white mom, it's like an access to whiteness?
Yes, I think that mixed kids with white moms always end up way more aligning with white shit and acting funny than mixed kids with black moms. I think your mom
Interesting.
determines a lot more of your behavior than the other way around.
I mean, I will say I have a very African mom and my dad, but my stepdad is very European. I just got a foreign family. My little brothers are biracial, and my mom, I guess she wouldn't let that shit fly though.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? She's been braiding their hair since they were babies, all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I could see that. Because I could see a dad kind of being like, oh, I don't give a fuck. But
Yeah,
your mom is your mom.
your
Like,
mom forms so much of who
Yeah.
you ultimately sort of like see yourself as.
right.
Your dad helps you sort of activate that self, but your mom really is the one that's like telling you this is who the fuck you are. And in that
Right.
way, that's why Drake acts so goddamn weird, even though he loves black people. He's got that white mom, and that sort of plays its part.
Oh, is that why
Yeah,
he
I
looks
think
so
so.
funny with braids?
Yep. It's white mom shit.
Man, this is interesting. You know what, Langston, I agree with you.
Thanks, man.
I think that
I'm almost certain I'm going to get a bunch of pushback from people who are furious
course
at
you
the
are.
idea.
we're talking reckless.
Yeah, no, this is not good for...
You played their Alfonso clip. It's all downhill from there.
The point is, I think, Christina, it sounds like we're in agreement that aligning with whiteness does make your babies white on the inside and outside. And I would argue if you do a little more digging, you might find that a white mom even forces that hand a little bit more. So
Okay, and that's what happened to Alfonso's kids.
White mom
Because
shit.
he doubled down. Because they've never seen that clip.
No.
Or maybe they'd be proud.
But they know in their hearts that that's what their dad does at night.
Also, I don't know how you could be on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and not have had sex with a bunch of black women. That seems crazy to me.
He was playing Carlton, though, dog.
He was on the Fresh Prince.
But he was playing Carlton, and that shit was on NBC.
You don't think Hillary was fucking black guys?
I think Hillary definitely smashed some black dudes.
You don't think Tatiana Ali was fucking black
I think
guys?
Tatiana Ali's only fucked black dudes.
So why would Carlton not? He was corny. I'm saying, I think if you were on TV in the 90s, I think Steve Urkel was fucking black women.
Yeah, but not exclusively. I think he fucked a lot of white women.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get confused. When he goes into that machine, I don't know who's
Who's coming out on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know what he's like. I don't know if he's Steve Urkel in real life or if he's Stefan Arkell.
I don't either, but if you hang out at the Improv enough, he tends to be there. So you could just ask him. Yeah, he's there all the time.
Damn, I don't miss LA.
All right. I think we nailed it. I think we covered everything we could. Christina, this was a beautiful email. And if you want to send us other emails speculating about people's whiteness and whether or not they can pass the brown paper bag test, you can send those to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And David, you want to tell the kind folks where they can find you and all that stuff?
Yeah, go on my Instagram, CoolGuyJokes87. I'm going to be in Bozeman, Montana, June 25th. My career is going good. July 21st through 23rd, though, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. July 7th and 8th, I don't know where I'm going to be. Oh, also, fans of this podcast came out to see me in Houston. Thank you very much for that. That was so nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
They were like, we can't wait to hear you on Langston's podcast.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I hope you guys keep coming out and you're not hugely disappointed by David's now multiple appearances on the podcast.
Yeah, what if they just hate me? What if I'm like a fan? What if they're like, they demand me leaving?
Like, we've seen an insane dip in listeners now that you've added this other person to the show. And as always, you can follow me at Langston Kerman on all platforms. Oh, and if you want to come see me do comedy, I'll be at the Sacramento Punchline June 23rd through the 25th, telling my little bitty jokes. They all right. I tell my little jokes, and send us your drops, send us your emails, send us your love letters at mymommapod motherfuckingmini@gmail.com. And otherwise, bye, bitch.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.